Oh, let me lower this before that becomes a fucking problem. All right, we are live on YouTube. Let me get this going. We're doing a whole experiment here. I don't even know how this shit works. All right, we are live on TikTok as well now. So, what's up, everybody? Thank you, first of all, for again for all the birthday wishes. I went out earlier with dinner with my family and some friends, and admittedly had a few drinks. This is going to be interesting. One, because this is the second time I think ever that I streamed live on TikTok, so I don't even know what the fuck any of this means. Like anything on this screen right here. This over here, for those over here's the laptop running YouTube. Understand that perfectly fine. Years with that. Over here, we're going to be learning throughout the next few hours here. What's up, Aunt? Also, know that if people coming, I'm dealing with two different chats, so I'm not ignoring anyone. I will get to you. But what's up, Aunt? How you doing today, by the way? I'm watching Dracula 2000. Actually, I haven't seen that fucking movie in forever. Dracula 2000. I haven't seen that in probably since 2000, or it came out that year, right? Yeah, I was going to ask, actually, if you've been feeling better. I know Nanette wasn't feeling well either, and she's feeling a little better now. Sucks people have not been feeling well lately. So we are going to continue watching Twin Peaks. We are up to season 2, episode 5. And we'll go through to episode 7, which I'm pretty sure is when the whole mystery wraps up, right? Or is it maybe might be the next episode when Leland's in the jail cell and stuff? That might be the next one. Hey, what's up, Rocky? How you doing, hon? Hey, Nanette. I was just talking about you. Glad you and Aunt are both feeling better. Russell, what's up, man? Hope everyone's enjoying the weekend so far. My sister got me this fucking shirt. It's hard to see it for the YouTube stream. Slaughter Family Barbecue. And it's got Leatherface with the Sawyers. What's it say under it? Family owned and operated since 1974. That's right. 1974. Still love part 2 better. Texas Chainsaw 2 is my favorite. Thank you, Anthony, for sharing this on Instagram as usual. Am I looking forward to Dexter Resurrection? And like I said, anyone who comes in to on TikTok or something, and either or, I'll get to every comment I see. I'm not ignoring anybody. I still don't even know how this shit works on TikTok. This whole live stream thing, I did it once. I watched all of Dexter Resurrection except for the finale. Russell, I actually threw the Russell. Yeah, I threw the Russell on to try to check that out. I threw the finale on twice when I got back from Mexico, but it became how a lot of movies and stuff that I throw on become, and that's background. Like just stuff for the background while I'm doing something else. And I wasn't paying attention to it. And I said, all right, I don't want to not experience the finale like without paying attention. So I got to rewatch it like fully and pay attention for sure. But I actually really, really liked the whole season for the most part. I think Resurrection, I guess season 1, because it got renewed. They I don't know. They did a great job. I think it was the best season since probably season 5, which is a long time ago in the Dexter universe. So we are going to be doing episode 5, 6, and 7. So if anyone wants to watch along, I didn't grab the Look Movie link, but just go to lookmovie.com. And type in Twin Peaks in the search bar. It's there. I don't know where else it's streaming. I just know that I own it digitally on Prime forever now. So that's where it is. And that's where I'm watching it. What's up, Waffles? How you doing, man? I was glad to see your name pop up in the comments the other day. Hope you're doing well, man. It's been a while. It's been a bit since I've seen you. Hope everything's been all right, and then just life issues and stuff. Life gets busy for everybody. There's like so many like buttons and shit on here. I have no idea what it means. Let's figure this out. Let's have fun here figuring this out. So yeah, we got announcements. I talked about this last night a little bit, but what are you guys thinking about the Sleepaway Camp and Grave Encounters reboots or remakes or whatever the fuck those are going to be? Because I'm not sure what they're doing with them. But we got both of those coming. I don't know how they're going to do a Sleepaway Camp reboot in today's day and age. There's no way. There's no way that that's going to be good. It's impossible. Like, there's no way that that movie is going to be a good movie. It's just not. Okay, so is that like how you see comments better on this thing? Because that makes a lot more sense. So fucking hard. Why does every social media platform have to be different? But yeah, there's no way that that's going to be a good movie. Are you serious? With all the everything going on in the world the last several years, and then look at the ending of Sleepaway Camp and tell me that that's going to fly with no issues in today's day and age if they do the exact same thing and remake it the same way. No is the answer. It's not going to happen. It's definitely not going to happen. It's going to probably be some change in the story. They're going to definitely try to change that ending up and or gender swap it or something like that. You know it's coming. But I'm actually a little more interested in the Grave Encounters reboot because Grave Encounters, and I'm just as terrified for it too, but less so than Sleepaway Camp. I think that's just a disaster waiting to happen. Where Grave Encounters, it's my second favorite found footage movie. But I don't know. I know nothing about it. I only heard the news that it's getting a reboot. I don't know if it's a straight up remake, if it's a reimagining, if the Vicious Brothers, which is the director's name, pseudonym, I fucking hate that. Give me your actual name so I can praise the people who deserve the praise. I hate when they use pseudonyms like that, directors especially. But if they're involved again, I could see it being okay. It depends what they do. But we'll have to see how both of those fare because I do not see them doing well. Yeah, Russ, and you always say that you never watched Twin Peaks, which I can't believe because you're an old fuck. You know, I'm kidding. I'm getting there. I'm feeling it. I don't know. At 37 now, that's way too close to 40 for my comfort. But you've been around for so long, and you're such a big movie and TV buff as well. I just can't believe you've never seen Twin Peaks, which is wild to me. All right, how do I see stuff? Okay, Barry. Hey, Barry. Is it Barry or is it Barry? Because it ends in the I. Let me know if it's pronounced differently than Barry, because you never know. But not much, man. We're gonna watch some Twin Peaks in a few minutes here. I got going on here. It is Barry, right? That's what I assumed. But you never know. It could be no, it's body or some shit like that, and then I'd feel bad that I got it wrong. So you gotta ask. Let's see. Back to YouTube. Glad you're doing good, Waffles. Hope you're around again. Hope you're around this time for a longer time. Hope you don't disappear again. Always good having you around. Yeah, Nan, you're always good with this. Thank you for finding it. It's on Paramount Plus, Twin Peaks. It's streaming on there. So if you have Paramount Plus, it's streaming on there. It's also on Pluto TV. And if you don't mind watching ads, yeah, it's on Pluto. Anthony, you were shocked with Sleepaway Camp with the announcement? Yeah. So was I. I don't think anybody was not shocked at that. Like, and I love that whole trilogy because there's only 3 fucking movies in that series. There's in Sleepaway Camp. Return to Sleepaway Camp is so bad, it's not even funny. And then there's another one. There was like Sleepaway Camp Survivor or something like that that came out before Return to Sleepaway Camp, which came out in 08. And it was in development hell for like 5 years because of how bad that movie was. But the Survivor one isn't even really a movie. It's just like weird clips and stuff like that. If Ginger pops in the YouTube chat, he'll know more because he reviewed that. He was courageous enough to do that movie. Oh, God. I know I watched it once way back, but there's only 3 Sleepaway Camp movies. Sleepaway Camp 2 is my favorite one in the whole franchise. Pretty much just as much. So I'm scared about this reboot. Terrified. Because I don't even know who's involved with it. Is producing it. Terrifies me even more because I do love Kenan Thompson and I grew up watching him on Nickelodeon and stuff, and then on SNL. But those are 2 big, and I never get into politics. I don't care for politics. I don't give a fuckist. Like I don't care about any of that. But he did belong to those are very liberal companies. I cannot see him not changing anything from the original Sleepaway Camp. I just can't see it happening. They're gonna change something. They're gonna fuck that ending up. They're gonna do something different, and everyone is gonna go ape shit over it. And I hate calling things like woke and stuff like that, but even though there is woke shit out there, thankfully less now we're starting to see. But I hate when people just throw that around as an excuse to not like a movie, or like, oh, there's just some woke shit in there, and dismiss everything else that was put into making that movie. That I don't like. But it's gonna be some woke shit of a movie. Come on, I mean, you know it is. But you never know. Maybe Kenan Thompson has some idea, and maybe we all get proven wrong, and it turns out being an excellent remake. I really don't see that ever happening, but you never know. JT, can you put up my comment about Twin Peaks? Yeah, I just thought I had it up, man, didn't I? Yeah, again, it's on Paramount Plus and on Peacock. And there's also on Prime if you rent it and if you buy it. And it's on lookmovie.com, which is free. I always plug that website. I usually always give a link. I wasn't able to bring it up. If I bring it up here, it's going to mess the stream up. But just go to lookmovie.com. It's like a 10-second ad. There's literally, and if anyone doesn't know that site, use it. Like for everything. Any movie that you can imagine, for the most part, is on there. Same with TV shows. And it's just a 10-second ad when you go to start a movie or start an episode of a show. 10 seconds, click X, click play, everything you want for free. So lookmovie.com is great. All right, I read all of this. Yeah, of course, the ending is iconic. You see, was that Scream Factory? I don't collect physical media. So, Scream Factory or Shout Factory, one or the other, is releasing Day of the Dead in 4K. That's cool. I mean, that's the top film of mine. So I'm cool with maybe getting that. There's some movies that I've been thinking about buying physical media again and just grabbing a copy of some favorite movies. That might be one of them. Have you seen the Italian horror film Ghost House? Aren't there a few? I feel like I've heard of it. I mean, I know I've heard of it, but I feel like there's multiple of them. I'm not sure. I don't know what the hell any of this stuff means on TikTok. You got a flash goal? What the fuck does that mean? All right, fine. Let's start some shit. Send roses in, TikTokers. I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of that means. But send a rose for some reason. It's my birthday. Be generous. Send me 10 roses. I don't even know what they do. So what's up here next? Everyone saying hello to each other. Always nice. Russell. The ending with full frontal, the guy wouldn't do it unless he was drunk. Yeah, that's true. When they filmed that ending scene, the guy who did the stand-in for Angela in sleepaway camp, they had to get him drunk. Well, they didn't get him drunk. He had to get drunk in order to do that scene and just stand there on the fucking shore of the beach with his dick out. Because, I mean, I guess, yeah, some people might need to have a few drinks. But he did it. Yeah, and then cool, you brought up Survivor. Sleepaway Camp Survivor is taking all three movies and splashing it together in clips. Yeah, that's what I remember, was that it being like a clip thing. It's a disaster area of a movie. Exactly. Hey, Paula. What's up, Scott? What did you eat? You ate a cheese puff. Doing good. Good to hear. You too, Paula. Nice to see you as always. All right, we're gonna get these episodes rolling quick because we got 3 of them. So anyone who's watching along, I'll do a countdown in a minute. And anyone who comes in and wants a timestamp on these episodes, just let me know. But go through the rest of these comments before we start that. Watching Average Joe and relaxing. Good to hear, man. Echo. JT just talked to Karen and they want you to do the stand-in for Angela's male nude scene. Dude, I'd have no issue. I wouldn't need a fucking drink in me and nothing. I would just go, where do I stand? That would be me. Where do I stand? Next to that severed head on the ground? No problem. I'll be right there. I definitely I'd smoke before I end the app, but I wouldn't have to drink in order to do that scene. How you doing, Echo? Thanks for that chat out the other day on your post. Run the evil hamsters are out to attack people whose names begin with N. You're fucked, man. Those hamsters, those killer hamsters are gonna get you. Well, that's true. They have to attack Jack first. And I'm pretty sure he would kill everyone. Unless they're like some mutant ass hamsters from like a 50s horror film. Besides that, then I'm not sure. All right, let me make sure I'm not missing anything over here on this side. All right, we're going to do a little countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hit play on go. 3, 2, 1, go. Of course, it fucking buffers for 2 seconds. You can't win with technology. You can't. I was just playing this theme and Laura's theme on the keyboard earlier. That's what got me to want to do this, to do the stream tonight and do this instead of a slasher movie or something. Because we haven't done Twin Peaks, and I think it's been a little over 3 weeks now since I went down to Mexico, threw the whole schedule off. It's supposed to be every 2 weeks, every other Saturday. Because by this pace, we'll end season 2, episode 7 by the end of this stream. So there's 22 episodes in season 2. So that's a little bit. So we'll hit the return probably by like November, like sometime in November, we'll hit that. Again, I thank you, everyone. I don't know what any of the TikTok shit means, roses and none of that, but thank you for anything that's popping up here that that is being sent in there, anything like that. Shit, I have the music playing. But actually, they're lenient on YouTube with the theme for that. I got split revenue on the covers I did for the themes to this, so there should be an issue with it picking up in the background. Paula said I would. First time you see that movie, Planet, I'm sorry, unless they had insider trading knowledge that they knew, or somebody said, don't like expect a crazy twist at the end that you'll never see coming. If somebody didn't have that told to them, I don't think anyone on the planet could have seen the ending of Sleepaway Camp coming ever. There's no hints at that. There's no indication of it. The only hint there is at the very beginning of the movie when there's the boat accident. And then you see one of the kids get killed and drown, and you see the other the life vest float up. It looks like the girl survived or the boy survived. So that's the only hint that you have. But to get from that's a little weird to this chick's got a dick at the end of this movie is a huge jump that somebody has to make in order to get there. So nobody saw that coming. What's up, Mr. Facedown? The first time I watched it, I was left traumatized. Yeah, exactly. I mean, nobody sees that coming. That's just an ending no one could guess. It's the furthest thing from your mind watching Sleepaway Camp for the first time that's going to happen at the end. And that's why it's so effective. And that's why it's so iconic. And it's one of the greatest horror endings of all time. Even if like not in the quality of it, like it's, oh, that's a great ending. Just the shock value of it. It's one of the greatest endings that there is. Because, yeah, nobody saw that shit coming. I would have loved to be in a theater in 83, right? It came out when that movie came out. That was 5 years before I was born, so I did not get to see it in theaters. I would have loved to see people's reactions watching that in theaters. That might be like one of my time travel dreams and bucket lists. If that's a thing and we could figure out time travel, you can buy a time travel device at your local Walmart or something like that. I'm going right there, picking one up, and I'm going back to 83 when this released. And I'm checking out a screening. I'm going to record it too and post it on TikTok. Have you met my dog? It doesn't matter if they're mutant as hamsters. Yeah, I know. That's how Jack is, man. He'll take them all out. Last week I went out with an inflatable girl. Now I have an inflatable guy looking for me. That's funny. Let me check up on this. Multitasking, luckily, has been a gift of mine my entire life. So I could deal with both things going on at once here. What's up, Justin? Great name, by the way. The sound she makes and everything, all that's great. And the breathing, and like and then that fucked up face. I don't know. She's so, I don't know. I can't say anything bad about Felissa Rose. She's the nicest fucking person ever. I met her in Jersey at Jersey HorrorCon last year. And I was talking to her and we were going to have her on the channel. And then you can't get a hold of this woman because she's always at a fucking convention. She's always at a convention. Any convention that there is anywhere, Felissa Rose is going to be there, and she's the sweetest human being ever. And we had so much fun in Jersey and stuff because I already had Alex Vincent on from Child's Play, Andy, and who else did I have on at that point? Steve Barton, the executive producer for Terrifier 2 and for Terrifier 1 and 2, and maybe one or two others. But I went over to Kane Hodder, and I was able to interview him later that night at the press room because I got a VIP press pass for the convention. I'm fucking pressed now. That's so stupid, but nice. And then I got to hang out with Kane for a little bit, and then I was talking to Felissa for a bit here and there throughout the night, and then she comes up because she was doing a photo op the next day of the convention. I only stayed for that one day, and she was going to do a whole in costume sleepaway camp thing with the fake prosthetic dick and everything. So she comes up to Kane Hodder's table, and he was so drunk. He was so wasted. When I did, if you watched the 3-minute or so interview I got to do with him, you could tell. But if you were there in person with him, he was wasted, like beyond belief. And Felissa just runs up and taps me on the shoulder. I turn around, and her hands are down here, and she's flipping around the little rubber. And I said, "Don't move. Don't move." I said, "I got to take a picture." So I still have that picture. I posted it somewhere, Instagram, something like that. So funny. But you can never reach her. She never answers Instagram. She never answers her emails. Nothing. I got to get a direct number for her from somebody. So we got to finally get her on. Maybe Parry Shen. Maybe he'll be able to hook me up on her number. Echo said, "I wonder if in Sleepaway Camp reimagining they will keep Angela's father as being gay." And oh yeah, that's right, because that whole weird scene. It's not a weird scene, but it's just random. It just comes out of nowhere when they're kids, right? The flashback, and it shows the kids, Angela and her. Is it her brother? Right? Yeah, or the cousin. No, that was before the father died. Yes, it was the brother. When they walk in on him and the lover and stuff in bed, it's random, but yeah, I wonder if they'll do that too, or they'll change it. Let's see. No, yeah, Felissa's amazingly sweet. She's like the sweetest person ever. I never met Amy Steele. I don't go to conventions really. That was the first convention I went to in 15 years. And before that, I only really went to one. So I was never a convention person. But since I started the channel and doing interviews and stuff, then it's now if I can get a press pass and stuff and go, then I'll go to a convention again. I wanted to go the 29th, in 9 days, but I'm going upstate with a few friends, my dad and friends of the family and stuff. We have a fishing trip up at our house up there every October or late September. It depends every year. But every year we go up for a fishing trip for a few days, and nobody fishes. We'll just drink and smoke and get fucked up for the weekend. No one fishes. There's one person maybe, but one of my dad's friends who's hilarious. Shout out to you, Brian. I know you watch now and then. But we're doing that, and I'm going up the day that the convention started. So I was and it's the same convention as the one I went to. So I know I can just message them on Instagram and say, "Hey, I'm coming. Can I get a press pass?" But yeah, maybe they usually do one in the spring and then one in the fall in Jersey. So maybe I'll go to the one in the beginning or early in the year next year. Russell, I found Sleepaway Camp so funny. I mean, it is ridiculously funny. What's up, Kwan? Did I get that right? Kwan? Just wanted to say I love season 2. It's a very soapy season of the show. People that don't get it because they don't want. No, yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely. It's definitely, the show's always been a soap opera. And even Lynch has said that. when asked if it was a parody of a soap opera. And he straight out said, no, 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 it is a soap opera. So even Lynch and Frost, I believe, even said the same thing. But I can absolutely say that Lynch said that it is a soap opera. And because Lynch left after they killed the golden goose laying the golden eggs with the whole mystery of who killed Laura, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen here in episode 7 when we get to it. Might be 8, like I said, when Leland dies. But after he left and that mystery ended, it does have a lot of, you know, storylines and character arcs that aren't great. But it is very soap opera-ish. I mean, it keeps that going and gets even stronger throughout this season. So I get where you're coming from for sure. I would like to meet Amy Steele though, Justin, or have her on the channel. I gotta ask Lauren because I've had Lauren Marie Taylor, who played Vicky from Part 2, on twice, and we became kind of friendly. I talk with her on Instagram pretty often, and like send each other memes and shit like that, and Friday the 13th stuff. I gotta ask her. I think I might have asked her that once, and she said that she's not as close with Amy. She's close with oh, what the hell's her name from Part 2? Terry, the actress who plays Terry, who has the dog, Muffin, right? Her. Lauren and her are very good friends. And I'm still waiting on what's her name? Who played Judith Myers, Sandy Johnson, who played Judith in the original Halloween, I had on, and a friend of mine, Goraphobe, Keith over at Goraphobe on YouTube. I invited him to join me to interview Sandy Johnson, who played Judith Myers in the original Halloween, and been trying to get PJ Souls on for a while. And this was like 9 months ago or so, maybe a year ago, because it was around September of last year. And she said she'll talk to PJ, but it's a year. I never really talked to her again after that, Sandy. But I got to try reaching out to PJ again. She doesn't seem to answer Instagram stuff, so I might have to just go through a manager. We're at Harold Smith's house. Not speaking of, but seeing Donna here, Laura Flynn Boyle on the screen, I got to edit that goddamn Poltergeist 3 review. I keep forgetting to do that. Kind of not forgetting, but kind of just like pushing it aside, like knowingly. But I got to finally edit that video and get that out. That way we can be done with, well, we're not going to be done with Poltergeist because I actually watched the remake for the first time in years. Like since it came out, probably like 3 nights ago. And I actually enjoyed it weirdly, like more than I remember. I thought it was just like whatever. It was fine. It's good. But I actually kind of enjoyed some things in it. So I'll do a video on that too. So Poltergeist 3 won't be the last one. Yeah, Justin, actually Poltergeist 3 is my favorite out of all the Poltergeist films. I love Poltergeist 3. A lot. That's a very unpopular opinion, I know. But I've never been a big fan of the original Poltergeist. It's one of those movies that's a classic, absolutely. It's excellently made. It's absolutely Hooper's movie. Even if Spielberg was so heavily involved, it's Steven Spielberg. He is such a huge presence when you have him producing anything. So it's going to bleed through 100% and feel like a Spielberg film, which it does at many times. But it's Hooper's movie. Hooper directed, I think, pretty much every scene in that movie, according to people who worked on the film that came out over the years talking about it, because that's been a debate for forever, who really directed that film. It was super. But it's not adult enough, but it's also not too kid friendly where it's just like a total kid horror movie. It's for kids. It's somewhere in that middle ground. But it doesn't work fully for me because of that, which is why I like 2 and 3 better. 2, I can't say I like better. I mean, I'm not as familiar with 2. I haven't seen it anywhere near as many times as I've seen 1 and 3. But 3 I love. I mean, I love Laura Flamboyant 1, and I do like the guy who played Reverend Kane in 2 a lot better than the guy who plays him in 3, because the guy who played him in 2 died, I think, after Poltergeist 2 came out, and that's why they recast him in 3. But I don't know. It's weird. Because he does look creepy, actually, in 3. Just not as creepy. But I like all the mirror stuff in Poltergeist 3. And that shot when Laura Flamboyant's character, I think it's Donna, too. Her name is Donna in that. She's walking down the hallway because it all takes place in that apartment complex, the high-rise. And she walks and leaves Carol Ann alone in there. Then you see the doors open one by one in the reflection of the mirrors. And Kane walks out of each one as she's walking down the hallway. All of that looks really, really cool. That's a great sequence. When Carol Ann gets pulled into the mirror and she's being like held up and everything. When Donna comes out of the mirror, but she's like a weird creature, then it'll like breaks off of her, and like then it's Donna. All of that's cool. There's a lot of cool effects work actually in 3. Let's see. You just started episode 5 now, and then okay. If you want a timestamp, or if you want to just watch it, we're like 18 minutes in, right? Yeah, 18 minutes and 25 seconds. We got they're at the Roadhouse. It says, I advise you to keep your eyes on the woods. The woods are wondrous here, but strange. Yeah, they are. The woods are insanely strange in Twin Peaks. All 3 are great, but I love the first 2 Poltergeist films. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I can see that. I know a lot of people who don't like 3 at all. I know a lot of people who hate that movie, actually. My fucking back's been killing me. Yeah, I know a lot of people who don't like that movie. But I'm very strange, as a lot of you know, with sequels in franchises. There are so many franchises and series in horror that I love the sequel, like the second one, the best. And then there's a bunch that, even if it's not the direct sequel, any of the sequels that I like more than the original. Texas Chainsaw 2, Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows, Sorority House Massacre 2 and 3, Slumber Party Massacre 2, Sleepaway Camp 2, Unhappy Campers. It goes on and on. There's so many. Poltergeist 3. Poltergeist was the first VHS that you bought, Russ, for $150. I think you meant to say $1.50, right? I'm guessing. So I don't think it was $1. I don't think it was $150 back then. Yeah, I'll check Instagram in a bit. I can't check it now and then because I'm streaming on the phone on TikTok. But yeah, after I end it, I'll check your message. What is my favorite creepy kids film? Does the emphasis? All right, well, define creepy kids film. Is it any movie that has a creepy kid in it, or Is it one of those movies, a specific creepy kid movie? Like the whole focus of the movie is on the kid, and it's a creepy or killer kid or deranged in some way. He's a deranged kid. Because I could say Mario Bava's Kill Baby Kill because the ghost of Melissa Grops is a kid and she's creepy as shit, and that's my favorite ghost movie. But that's not a creepy kid movie. So if I had to pick a creepy kid movie, I mean, Orphan is off the table because she's not really a kid. But that would be one. Like I guess you could still look at it that way, because if you don't know the twist, it's kind of a creepy kid movie, or totally a creepy kid movie. But that was just like one to come to mind. That's not a favorite of mine. I do love that movie, but wouldn't be a top creepy kid movie. Bloody Birthday always sticks out to me, and The Good Son, of course, and The Bad Seed. Those are great ones. The Children from 1980. That's another great one. That's not more. That's more of like radioactive children that melt you instead of creepy, but that's creepy. So they're fucking creepy children. A few others. They'll come to me. I'm just gonna watch it, seeing it's the first time I ever watched any Twin Peaks. Oh, that's right, man. You never really watched any either. Sounds good, Paula. Always good having you here. Um, you don't mind Poltergeist 3 either? Yeah, I think it's great. All right. Let me try to open up another tab on the laptop here and see if I can check it. And yeah, I would consider, yeah, Children of the Corn, absolutely. That's a creepy kid movie, a creepy and killer kid movie. If my connection on the YouTube end breaks up a bit, it's because I'm checking something on another tab. I still can't believe David Lynch is gone. I mean, that really, really blows. Still can't get over it. Oh, yeah, Nan. Hold on. Let me give you the link. Hold on one sec. They changed the layout on StreamYard a bit. It's so confusing. I just want to copy the goddamn link. Where is it? Oh, there it is. That's stupid. Here, Nan, it's going in the chat. There you go. Yeah, there you go. The Omen. That's up there for me. That movie's one I say all the time. The Omen, while it's always regarded as a horror classic and it's always praised, it doesn't get enough love. It still doesn't get enough praise that it deserves, in my opinion. That movie is a near masterpiece. And you hear up the wazoo about Halloween, rightfully so. All these movies I'm about to mention, The Exorcist, Psycho, The Thing, all those type of Leviathan films of horror. But you don't hear The Omen brought up often, and I think that's a crime because that is a masterfully made film. The whole Omen trilogy, the first three Omens, Omen 4 sucks, and the remake isn't anything great. What was it, Leaf Schreiber and Julia Stiles, or am I thinking Amityville? The remake, and I'm confusing it. I think that is The Omen. Hey, Nat. Welcome. It's funny because you're only I see you on the YouTube side, but because I'm on TikTok here on the phone, it's just me still. So it's what you hear me? Devil Times 5 is a creepy kid film. I've heard of that one, Russell. I never saw it. That's right. We have Audrey stuck at One-Eyed Jack's. That's the guy. What's his name? Jacques Renault. I think it's Jacques. No, that's his brother. Whoever the Renault brother is here, who kidnaps Audrey and everything. He that's Michael Parks, and he went on to do a lot of things, but he was in Tusk with Justin Long. He was the old man. Now there's two of you now.
I don't understand.
Well, now I hear you and everything, and it works. You hear me now? All right, cool. Yeah,
I know you went on here.
that's funny. All right, I hear you and stuff. That's good. Yeah, I always forget that you haven't really watched Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
And
I haven't seen this, but it seems to be pretty good and everything. Who is
it's
that blonde girl?
who plays Lucy, the secretary at the police station? Yeah,
Yeah.
I forget her name, the actress. If anyone knows on TikTok here in the chat or anyone in YouTube, what's her name? Because she was. I don't think she was in much, but she has that very familiar face and annoying voice that is also familiar. So, like, I'm not sure what else she was in, and I don't think she was in much.
I think she was famous back in the 80s for doing like a comedy movie or the early
Could
90s.
be, could be, because I think after
Yeah.
because this aired the first season of Twin Peaks aired in '89, so yeah, it would be around there. And then she came back for the return in 2017, but like since Twin Peaks, I don't think she did anything much. Like a lot of people from the show, not a lot, but a decent amount. Someone's doing a weapons live watch along. Nice. Yeah, weapons was
Never be watching that movie when
very
it comes to actual streaming services and not you have to pay to watch it.
yeah. I saw that it's
Oh,
streaming now that you can pay to watch it on Amazon. I think
want to
maybe
see my
Paramount.
arm?
What?
Want to see my arm?
Yeah. Well, let me see. Oh, there you go. So you got the new one. Cool. How's it feeling? Is it healing good? Well,
It feels okay right now, but I did have to take my pain medicines. They changed the medicine because I went to the emergency room Wednesday and I was complaining that the pain meds weren't helping, and I thought I had an infection, but I didn't. But they didn't like that I was in pain, so instead of giving me oxycodone, they now got me on morphine.
oh, they put you on that. All right. Well, whatever they got to put on, put you on to help with the pain. You still got your arm, pretty broken arm healing. But I'm glad it's feeling better though.
I thought that when I went to the doctor to see them, that Thursday, that they were going to make me have a physical therapy, and the lady, her name's Madison, she started laughing. She said, "Darling, we're not going to do that for a while. Your
Oh,
arm is still healing. It doesn't matter that you got metal in it. You still have to heal, and that'll take up to 6 weeks. And that's
oh yeah.
when
It'll
we'll
take.
start doing with it."
There you go. At least it's a game plan. But yeah, that's cool, Russ, that someone's doing a watch of it. Because yeah, they have it now that you can rent it on Prime, I think, for like $25 or some shit like that to rent weapons on Prime. Get out of here. It's good. It ain't that good. Rent it for $20-something.
These actors are familiar to me. Of course, I know what's his face is the lead character on this show. He's been a long time. Yeah.
Oh, he's been in a lot of stuff. And a lot of lynch stuff, too.
Yeah. It's funny how some directors have certain actors that reoccur in their movies and everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of directors that do that have like their little cast that they and friends that they always use. Carpenter did that a lot. I mean, I figured
Carpenter and Wes Craven did that a lot, and
Wes Craven did Lynch.
Rob Zombie does that all the time.
Martin Scorsese did that a ton. Quentin Tarantino too.
Yeah,
he always loves
Tarantino. Steven Spielberg does it a lot.
Yeah, that's right. Spielberg is another one. Francis Ford Coppola, Sidney Lumet.
Not sure who that is.
They all like using the same actors. Yeah, we got a restriction on the TikTok stream. Age restrict, I guess. I guess if you curse,
M. Night Shyamalan does
an acceptable amount.
He'll change out the characters, the big name actors, but his smaller cast, he has the same people over and over.
Yeah. I like how Donna starts taking up smoking, and which is obviously a source of fire, which is a huge theme throughout this whole show. But she starts smoking after Laura dies. Specifically after Maddy, the cousin, comes to town.
Maybe she gets stressed out by Maddy being in town and she needs to smoke. I know a few people in my family that make me smoke more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, people definitely can stress you out. Certain people can make, if you're a smoker, make you need to smoke a cigarette, like much more if you're around certain people. I love how Donna describes all of this. Not just because it's Laura Flynn Boyle and she was gorgeous back then, but because just her acting too.
But yeah, I had to go out because I was hearing you talk from YouTube and on here. And that's why I guess I can do of me for a certain amount of time on your I tried to get out of it, and YouTube wouldn't let me. I had to go into YouTube, click X you out, and then come back in.
That's why. That's why I messed up. Anyone on TikTok wondering who the fuck I'm talking to? I got a friend on the YouTube stream. I just realized it's probably confusing when it's like, who is he talking to? It's just talking to myself. You want to watch it? You want to hear her input as well? Go over to the YouTube channel, watch the stream from there. But if not, keep sending roses and whatever the hell those things are. This guy who plays Harold Smith too, the actor, I forget his name, but he was in a decent amount of other things around that time. I know I've seen him in some stuff. Crispin Glover's father was in all three Walking Tall films. Yes, I'm not familiar really with them like that, but good trivia, Russell. Thank you. Crispin Glover's dance in Friday Part 4 is one of the best dances ever. Ha! What a great dance that is.
I'm surprised Jamie's around. She loves this show.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Jamie is a huge Twin Peaks fan too, and Lynch in general. You know how she comes.
She talks about loves Lynch's movies.
Yeah, you know how Jamie comes and goes because she deals with her pain issues a lot. So a lot of times she disappears with social media for a while, and is dealing with stuff, and then she'll come. Fucking surprise! I'm back.
Yeah, kind of like
when I
don't really talk about it, but you know how it is. I get in the pain all the time. Me and her have a lot in common.
Figure out how to stand this phone up while it's being plugged in. So the whole thing get going here. Hold on, I got a whole puzzle I'm trying to solve. It's like I don't want to do that low of an angle, but I need to charge the fucking phones. How am I going to do this? All right, let's figure this out. It's not a professional operation, guys. Actually, right there is also not a good idea either. Nope, that's going to go fall that way. I need a fucking stand for this. Okay, we're just going to stay on the battery.
Smoking a cigar, and there's a guy with a leather jacket on talking to her. Who is the guy in the leather jacket?
Oh, the one on the screen right now? Or you're at a different point. That's right. You're earlier, right?
I am.
The leather jacket. I'd have to see him. On that, they're doing a sting operation trying to rescue Audrey, who is the daughter of like the big business mogul in the town.
What do you want?
This is like a casino. They do like prostitution and stuff like that. Like that wallpaper. I mean, One-Eyed Jack's might be a terrible place and do terrible things, but they got great taste decorating that place. You can't deny that. Great wallpaper, great rugs, great curtains, red curtains, just like this fucking room right here.
What I don't understand is I don't remember what Cheryl's name is, but she was in the movie of this. She was also in John Carpenter's Vampires. She was the only prostitute.
You mean who? She's in Fire Walk with Me, the movie, the Twin Peaks movie. You mean, right? Is it Moira Kelly? Do you mean Moira Kelly with the black hair?
No.
Oh, okay.
Who's in this show? No, the blonde-headed girl that's in Fire Walk with Me. Her name is
Cheryl Lee. Laura Palmer, who's the whole centerpiece of the show here. You just don't see her in the show because she died already at the beginning of the show. Well, she plays the cousin. She plays Maddy, her like identical cousin, which isn't a thing, but I mean, it's like a whole doppelganger type thing.
Oh, she is.
I never cared for.
People made me think that she didn't play on this show. From what I understood, people told me that she wasn't in the show.
Yeah, she was only on Lodge, like the Black Lodge, which is this whole. It's so hard to explain the show to someone who hasn't seen it before, but like she has very small scenes
in the show.
Yeah, in the movie, it's because Fire Walk with Me is a prequel, so she did. Lynch wanted to work with her again since she was dead in the show already. So that's one of the reasons why he made Fire Walk With Me a prequel. Oh, is Weapons on Look Movie now, Russ? So if you guys haven't seen Weapons, it's on lookmovie.com. For free.
Would it require
Probably
me
better
to
copy than
find
what I
a
would have
computer to watch that? Not happening.
Oh, yeah. Oh, poor Audrey. That's right. They shot her up with heroin or something, to sedate her. Terrible. 1 second. I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
Okay, you.
That's right, Cooper. You take out
Why
these
are
goons.
you watching television?
I don't know how
Jackie,
Renault
what
here
we're
does
watching.
not realize that that Cooper is a fucking FBI agent.
He's very interested in it. Well, every few minutes he'll stare at the TV and then he'll eat his rawhide. Then he'll look back at it.
Find a better way to do this with the phone here. Okay, that works.
I never understand him. I was talking to him.
He's a dog. It's hard to understand dogs.
Like that a horror movie she can't stand and he'll run away. But half of them, will watch them. Especially stuff like Stephen King or
see, because your likes rub off on Jack, the dog. He knows you love Stephen King, so he loves Stephen King. He comes over. I know she likes this. I'm gonna sit around and watch it.
He likes Dark Shadow.
Oh, does he?
I'm talking about the movie, not the TV show.
Yeah, I figured you meant the movie. But it is entertaining and fun as hell to picture Jack, your dog, sitting there watching, binge watching the show of Dark Shadow. Imagine him just sitting there binging the whole show. You come in, Jack, you gotta eat. And he just barks. No, I'm almost done with this season. That's right. He has Hank involved with the whole this whole kidnapping of Audrey.
He gets mad at me when I want to go to bed because he wants to stay in the living room and he wants me to stay with him when Grandma's watching Gunsmoke.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she's watching Gunsmoke. Hey, yeah. Professor, what's up? Greetings and salutations.
Greetings and salutations, Professor Macabre.
What the fuck is this? TikTok, drag this puzzle into place or the live will end. Okay, what was that, to make sure there's somebody in front of the screen on TikTok? Again, never stream.
Happy birthday, Judge again.
I think I'm doing a decent job multitasking on 2 platforms. One, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. I'm looking at you. I know she makes up all of these feelings mostly for Harold, Donna, but for Maddy to steal the diary. But anyone who's a fan of this movie, the show and everything of Twin Peaks, do you think that Donna actually had any feelings for Harold? Because she seems a little moved by it when he kills himself in a bit. I don't know if it's this episode or the next one or something, but when he ends up killing himself, she seems kind of distraught in a way that seems like she might have been getting actual feelings, developing feelings for him. I don't know, because she does basically just use him straight up to get the diary. But it seems like there's something maybe there, or maybe they were going in that direction and then they got some feedback saying don't do that, it's not a good idea. Because I don't like the whole, if there was going to be a relationship between Donna and Harold, I would not have liked that. Season 5, yeah, season 5 of Twin Peaks. We never got a season 4, unfortunately, which I don't think it really needed. But episode 5 just ended for me, and so we're gonna move on to episode 6. You want to just like go to episode 6 and start at the same time, so we're like at the same place? You hear me? All right. Anyone else watching along? We're gonna go to episode 6 in 3, 2. Never mind, because now the fucking logo disappeared. I mean, came on, and I can't go to the next episode right away. Down. Next episode.
14 minutes till the end for me.
What is it?
And the one you were talking about with the brown hair that was on fire walk with me is smoking a cigarette.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, for everyone
Talking
else, we're on
to
6.
the
So
Lynch.
3,
Just
2,
a
1,
minute.
go for episode 6. But yeah, I know where you're at now. Thank you very much, Professor. It is part 2, I guess, of birthday celebration. Since yesterday was a premature sliding into actual birthday when we streamed. So this is ending it.
Your birthday's in 20 minutes.
Yeah, it ends in 20. That's so sad. Just another fucking day. I don't watch TikToks with big breasted evil clown ladies. Echo, you're funny. Yeah, I haven't checked those specific TikTok videos out, but for those on the platform, apparently big breasted evil clown lady TikTok videos are all the new rage. So check those out. I haven't seen Pete
I
Martell.
definitely need to see this. And
What'd you
since
say?
I'm watching it in the mute, I'm definitely going to watch it with them talking the next time.
Yeah, no, for sure. You got to just start it from the beginning. Because this is a show that you need to watch. Obviously, the show, but then you got to watch Fire Walk with Me, the movie. Then you got to know.
I own that movie on VHS, Justin.
Oh no,
I
I know you've seen the movie, but I mean, you have to watch the show. The best order to watch it, I would say, is season 1 and 2, then the movie. Fire Walk with Me, the missing pieces with like extra scenes isn't essential, but it's worth it to fully grasp season 3, The Return, and then watch The Return last. That I think is the best way to watch this whole property. All right, so no wonder
all
why I
these
get flooded on TikTok with
the
messages
movie
saying join
is
this live.
paramount.
Everyone that comes up, you can invite. That's fucking weird. What did you say, Ned?
Am I the one that finds it? So it like you want to smoke when you watch an actor do it, or someone
Absolutely.
else.
100%. 100%.
Here's why I'm doing this.
Especially if you're trying to quit smoking, and you see somebody in a movie or a TV show smoking, that's so triggering. That's like the hardest thing ever. If you try not to smoke, if you try to quit smoking cigarettes, and you're just sitting there, and it's like you're maybe on day 1, day 2, maybe you got to the 3-day hump or something like that, and you're sitting there watching a movie, and especially if it's a movie from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and everyone is fucking lighting up. Everyone's smoking cigarettes. The movie feels like it's an advertisement for Marlboro or Camel, and it's always that's the type of movie it ends up being too. Like if you're in that situation and you're trying to quit smoking, it always ends up being that type of movie, a movie where everyone smokes. They're like it's a Willy Wonka and the Smoke Factory, and that's what you're watching. It always ends up being like that, and then you're sitting there, you're like, oh, God damn it! Now I want a cigarette. I haven't had a cigarette in years, though. Like except for like maybe a random one here and there, maybe like twice a year. But vaping, I mean, I really have to stop doing that. It's been way too long. Blood Fart Lake. And then I know Echo says, good pick. Wasn't that the one? What was that movie, Echo, that you were like going on and on about? And then like everyone was like saying like you got to watch it or something like that, or like there's like some crazy movie you introduced everyone to, and not the Birdemic ones, but like some other movie, like maybe a year and a half ago or something. You were going on about the movie, and people were tired of hearing about it, or it was a movie you kept saying and like it was bad, but you kept saying watch this movie, watch this movie. Was it that movie? Was it Blood Fart Lake? That is one stupid ass name, first of all, for a title.
He
Right.
was going on about everybody needs to watch The Amazing Bulk, and now he's on about going
That's
and
it. Yes,
watching
that's it.
Blood
That's it,
Lake.
man. The Amazing Bulk. That's the movie I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of. That he kept
He
going on.
got
I
supposed to
never
watch
saw it. I
that
never watched it.
movie.
Never watched it. Yeah, you must love Bulk because you reviewed it twice. Did you, Professor? You reviewed that twice? I mean, there's some movies. I mean, at this point, it's definitely 1,200 or more movies that I've reviewed on the channel, and there's maybe
He told me
5
that he wouldn't put
or
me
10 that
through
I've
watching
revisited.
Amazing Bulk, and then I went and I watched it out of whimsical because I was like, I gotta see how bad this is, and I laughed my ass off how stupid it was. And I'm like, somebody's got to like that movie. They put the damn thing on Tubi, so you know there's
Yeah,
somebody out
that's
there
true.
watching it.
That's funny, Professor. Even the Flintstones would promote cigarettes like, here, kids, have your Fruity Pebbles, your vitamins, and a pack of smokes. That's funny. Is that the full name, Russell? Terror at Blood Fart Lake? What a fucking stupid name for a movie. I would never watch that film just based on the name. Are you serious? There's just certain movies that have names, and it's a end game. It's a deal breaker. Like right there, whatever the movie is called, if it's a terrible movie, like title, I'm not checking that out. Would you check out Terror at Blood Fart Lake? TikTok? Let us know. Let us know if that's something you want to watch. Just don't know if that's a title that entices you and it grabs your interest immediately. You say, I got to throw this on tonight. Let me know if that's a thing for you. It doesn't seem to be over here on the YouTube side. I should check out Return. Also, there's a Return to Blood Fart Lake as well, guys. There's not just a first movie. There's a sequel. And of course, Echo's the one who knows that. It comes in with that information. No one else would know that. No one else would know that there's even an original Blood Fart Lake movie, and now there's a sequel. Well, then again, Echo, I didn't know there was Birdemic 3 or 2 even until you brought it up, and we did that watch along of the two of them. So
Yeah, but we
No, those most
me
bad movies.
you and Loco did Birdemic too, and I was the one that suggested we watch the first one since we watched the the second one.
That's funny. Yeah, we watched what did we watched Birdemic 2. Then we watched the original right after that because only me and Echo I think saw the original. And you, it was like you, me, Echo, Alexi back then, right when he was still around, and somebody else. And we watched because I had no idea there was a Birdemic sequel. I just knew there was a Birdemic, and it's
Wasn't
so
it
awful.
Blackie that was watching it with us?
What? Who else?
Wasn't it Trashy that watched it with us?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. You might be right. Actually, I think so. That was so low.
Who
That was a
watched
while ago,
it?
man. Right? That was like two
Yeah,
plus
it
years
is
ago.
a long time
Crazy
ago.
how long it's been. It really is. But then we did Birdemic 3 after that. Well, we
I
found
still
Gareth
haven't
found it.
watched it before.
Gareth found that one for us because Echo and I couldn't find it. When we knew it came out, we knew it existed, and we couldn't find Birdemic 3. And Gareth at Video Tasties ended up sending me a link. He's like, here's your movie. I said, thanks. It's not my movie. Echo is the reason we're watching this shit. Birdemic. To find one that does. No, yeah, Birdemic doesn't break me. I can enjoy that movie. The funniest stuff in that movie, the funniest thing that makes me crack up in Birdemic. If anyone hasn't seen Birdemic, Shock and Terror, it's one of the worst movies ever made. Like it's so bad, and the guy loves himself. The director, he thinks it's like the greatest work of art ever. There's two sequels now, and another one on the way. Apparently, came out. I can't believe it's been 15 years. The worst CGI you can imagine, just with little like cartoon pixel birds like flapping their wings in the sky. And it's like The Birds by Hitchcock, but terrible in every way imaginable, which is saying something because a lot of people consider Hitchcock's The Birds to be pretty terrible. So this is much lower than that. And the effects are ridiculous. The acting's so stupid. It's so bad. Everything. But the sound in that one scene when the main guy, Ron, I think, or Rod, I think his name is, not Hot Rod from that great Andy Samberg movie.
Really?
He walks into that, when he walks into the what the hell is it, the diner or something, and then the woman, the waitress, her only line is hi. That's the only thing this woman had to say. And somehow she fucked that up. And they had to ADR in the worst sound ever. And you just hear, hi. And it's the worst ADR. It's so bad. It's so funny. But they are making a Birdemic 4, apparently. Yeah, we watched Birdemic 2. Then I got the idea to watch the first one right after. Yeah, I know. I'd take full ownership for that, Echo. That was definitely me who said when 2 ended and everyone was like floored at what we just watched. I said so it was already what, like 2 in the morning or something like that. I think it was like a late night stream. And I said, fuck it. You guys haven't seen the original except for me and Echo. Let's throw on Birdemic 1 and do a double feature. And I think it ended at like 5 in the morning or something. We finished that. Love bad movies, Russ. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the movie and the level of bad. I don't love that movie at all. Birdemic is fucking atrocious, but you can have fun with it. That's the thing. Where there's other movies that are just flat out terrible, and there's no fun factor involved. Just frustration and anger. If it really gets you that mad when a movie's that bad. Yeah, Professor, I think he should join us for Birdemic 4 when that shit comes out. Oh, my back's killing me. Definitely join us for that one because that'll be an unforgettable film. Birdemic 4. I think that might be the masterpiece that the guy's been waiting to make with the first three movies. It might actually get nominated for Best Picture at the Golden Globes. The year.
The end is coming, and the next episode is coming up for me.
Okay, so it just started for you, episode 6. We're like probably 18 minutes, 13 minutes in, or 14 about to be.
Yeah, it's about
Sheriff,
14.
Sheriff Truman is not investigating, he's interrogating Donna. Don't forget, it's my birthday. I had some drinks, some smoke. So I'll say shit that makes no sense. It's the point I'm trying to make. That's funny. Oh, that's right. They fucked up Dr. Jacoby because, and I always like the detail with him because, then you don't know who he is, but he's a psychiatrist in this, and he wears like 3D glasses. Like they're not like actual 3D glasses like the cheap ass ones that like back in the day in the movies, but the lenses of his glasses are red and blue. Like one's blue, one's red, just like 3D glasses are. And there's a whole metafiction analysis behind this whole show and everything, and how it represents TV and TV violence and that a whole thing. It's like a meta commentary on television itself. And the reason he wears the 3D glasses, Jacoby, is because he's a psychiatrist and he can see, the characters in 3 dimensions, and they're not just 2-dimensional characters. Like that's the whole meaning for his 3D glasses, which I think is really cool.
I understand what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure I know what you didn't want to see in that movie, Echo.
Reading something on here. So it seems like you get like age restricted on streams on TikTok like super easily, like way easily, which is funny because all the videos I post use the same amount of language and there's no issues. Oh, there's David Lynch, Gordon Cole on screen. Oh, this is when they interrogate. Oh, is this when they I think, yeah, this is when Mike finally comes out of Philip Gerard, right? Yeah, because Gordon Cole's here. So that makes sense. It's a great scene when the one-armed man, and they sit him down, they don't give him his drugs, his medication. And then he starts, Mike comes out, and he's the inhabiting spirit of Philip Gerard. Great stuff. That would be a great way of spelling it, Professor. Birdemic with the 4 as the E. I can definitely see him doing that. It's so telling on the disgusting human being Ben Horne is, just because of how the whole way he addresses getting his daughter back and getting Audrey back. He just cares about how he'll be viewed and judged by the public and by the town. That's all he gives a shit about. And he's sitting there and stuff, and she's so distraught. She was just almost given a lethal dose of heroin, and they just got her back. And Ben Horne is just concerned about himself and then his business and then his money, and that's all that matters to him. Which I do like in The Return, how they did kind of show that he grew up finally, like in his mind. He's 50 something, I think, in this original show. Maybe a little less in his 40s. I don't know. But my point is, he's still very much a fucking juvenile person in his mind, and more so his brother Jerry Horne. And then in the return, you see him mature a bit. Like he finally grew out of that. He seems like he's trying to do the right thing in the return. Like we don't get much of him, but whenever we do see him, if I recall right, and somebody is a big Twin Peaks fan and knows the details to this, isn't there a part when he's at the Great Northern with the secretary or whoever that is that he hired, the woman, and he turns her down or something? Maybe I'm thinking of something else, but I think that might happen. If not, it's just something that I made up just now in my mind for some reason. Sounds familiar though. Oh, Nadine, crazy character she is. That's right. She gets like the super strength. Nadine, the one with the eye patch, Big Ed's wife. This is where this is why the criticisms for season 2 get there's so many criticisms for it, because one, David Lynch wasn't involved with the majority of it, and all this, the not all but a lot of the character arcs and stuff just make no sense. Like when Nadine, when she hits her head and then she becomes this superhero, and she has all this crazy strength, and then there's one specific scene where it's like she's possessed by a large entity or something, because she does like the thing where it's like played in reverse, where she goes like lifting something over her head. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It's just them being weird to try to be like David Lynch, which is something they did often in this show in season 2 after Lynch left, because they were trying to recreate what they thought was Lynchian stuff, which just turned out being a lot of nonsense. Like everything with Josie Packard and how she gets sucked into the doorknob or the knob of the door. It's at the Great North. That doesn't mean anything. That's just there to be weird because they thought that's something Lynch might do, when it's nothing that he would do. That's just weird to be weird.
I give you a huggy, I pat you well, I go,
Hey, Jackie, Jack's on the screen. Who's a good boy? Jack's a good boy. He's going to start binge watching Dark Shadows. And now he heard that, so it's going to be subliminal as mine. Next time you must like looking on Tubi, looking for something to watch, he's going to see Dark Shadows. He can't read, but he'll see it. He'll start barking. Yes, put it on.
Put it on, mommy.
Bing, boom. I thought for some reason an episode just started again, but it's just the music being played in this random scene. I think we saw the episode already, right? With the terrible song. With all right, so this is going to start being an issue with the TikTok stream because I got to plug the phone in here to charge it. But at the same time, then how the hell do I stand it up once I put it this way? All right. Yeah, that works. I'm just not going to be able to read shit that much. Twin Peaks. Yes. What's up, Farrell? How you doing, man? I'll just leave it this way for a bit as it charges. Not like on a weird ass Dutch angle though, like that. Perfect. We're just like in an upside down, sideways lodge, though. That's the only thing. Yeah, we're watching. We're up. We just started season 2, episode 6, like 22 minutes ago. How you doing, man? Yeah, I'm gonna be like turning now if I can read the comments. Oh, there's Maddy. Probably lower this for YouTube just in case. I keep saying too that would be such a great moneymaker for YouTube, for all the channels in our community that do watch alongs and stuff like that, and have to worry about the music or the sound being picked up by the mic and then getting a copyright strike or a claim, most likely a claim, but it could be a strike. Instead of that, they should have something. They should YouTube should embrace the watch along. All the platforms should. That if you rent a movie through YouTube to do a watch along, like it could be you rent it and then you click an option, it's for watch along for your channel. Then anything that's picked up on your mic and stuff throughout, you should be able to play it at whatever volume and stuff, and your copyright's not an issue because you rented it through YouTube, and YouTube can work out some type of deal with the copyright holders of everything that they'd make something off of it. Everyone wins, people make money, and you don't have to worry about getting copyrighted and stuff for dialogue getting picked up in the movie. I think that makes a lot of sense, and it would be good for YouTube. They would make a lot of money with that, I think. Don't think they're watching right now and taking notes though. So James.
Do
you know what that new hype thing is all about? I'm doing it on any of the vids I come across, but don't know what. On YouTube, I have no idea what that is. Like, it looks like they assign like XP points to people. I don't know what the fuck's going on YouTube, man. It's so weird. I'm really not enjoying where that platform.
Complain about it enough. You people do what you're saying. Letting us rent movies and we can do watch-alongs where we can actually have them talking in the background.
Yeah, basically. I mean I think that's a good idea. I've thought about that a long time ago. If I ever get someone on from YouTube that works at YouTube, which good luck getting anybody who's human from YouTube to talk to, I gotta pitch that idea. I say, don't worry, take this one for free. You guys can keep this idea. Just fucking implement it so we can do it. Yeah, see, there's Ben Horne being a creep, as usual. Little Josie Packard. Bing, boom, bing. Boom, ding, ding, ding. Love that little bass line. That's right. Then, like Josie's whole story with her husband. What is it, Eckerd? Is that his name? Oh, that's like whatever too. I mean, I love this whole show, but it definitely gets a little tedious later on in this season, in season 2, till you hit like the last 2 episodes. Oh shit, I skipped over that, Echo. All right, Echo, have a great night, man. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you later at Blood Fart. Like, what a crazy title. I would never throw that movie on just if I was streaming, going through, scanning for a movie. I saw Blood Fart Lake. I would laugh and move right on. Not something that grabs you. You know what I'm saying, TikTokers? Or maybe it does. Maybe it just doesn't for me.
Yeah.
I've always loved Ben Horne's office in the Great Northern. And like the tribal, like mural is not the right word. It's etched in the wood. I guess you can call it a mural, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not important. But what's behind his desk, like that whole design on his wall, that's cool looking. Always like that. Let that charge for a bit. That's why it's sideways, in case someone is wondering. Oh, there you go. You got Leo Johnson playing the kazoo because he's a fucking vegetable. The way that's another thing. Like this whole season just goes off the walls. Bobby and Shelly are sitting there. They have party hats on for Leo, and they got a kazoo in his mouth. They're drinking around him. That's so funny. Shelly's laying on the table with the birthday hats, like two cones, like Madonna back in the day. That's funny as hell. Aw, birthday ended 9 minutes ago. So sad. Just another day. I love Dana Ashbrook. I got to reach out to him. I'd love to have him on the channel and talk to him. Is Bobby in this? Oh, this is when he starts with the new shoes. New shoes. Right, it's after he spits the kazoo out or something. She gets freaked out because Leo moves a little bit. Dana's such a great actor. Yeah, so that definitely explains why on TikTok I get barraged with messages that says some person that follows me or some person I've never met or seen before invites you to a live. Because like I guess anyone who comes into the live, it shows up with the thing that I can invite them to. So people are out there just hitting invite to every single person out there. I guess I don't know. That's something I'm doing. Professor. Next video retrospective from me is definitely not Blood Fart Lake. Professor for sure. Have you seen Jennifer in 1978? That sounds familiar. Who did that? Was that directed by anyone? Like, nope. Russell? Was that done by directed by someone like notable, or was it just a random 70s film? Sounds familiar. Jennifer. I love this line from Gordon. Oh, David Lynch. Cooper, you remind me on this day of a small young Mexican chihuahua. That's so funny.
Why are you looking at my hand? No! Leave it alone.
Sometimes you got to take one for the laugh out loud. Oh yeah, I do tell a bunch. You know, I do a bunch of terrible movies. That's just below my threshold. You remember? What was it? The Legend of the Lizard Man that I did a video on, and then I turned it into a podcast episode, audio only, because the video was kind of fucky. But oh god, that movie was so bad. That's one of those films that you see on Tubi that you know is so low budget. like almost no budget. And those type of movies that have names similar to other movies like Conjuring, The Witch, like, so it tries to trick stupid people into thinking, oh, it's the Conjuring thing I've been hearing about, and then they throw it on. And they even have those movies that make the poster art look like a famous movie. So I just threw on this random movie, Legend of the Lizard Man, and it was so bad. That was one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time. P pawn to what is it? K4, he said. This is when Cooper gets the message from Wyndham Earl. He's in town now and he's ready to party. Oh, that's right. Leland's hair is white now. Turned white overnight. And nobody seems to really question it beyond what happened to your hair. And then that's it. Like, that's like a very, very, it happens. Yeah, I know. But it's still something of note, right? When someone's hair just goes white overnight, that's not something you just like get over in 1-2 questions. Like, there's more to that that I'd have to explore with somebody. They just gloss over it. It's like, yeah, I like the new color. Like, what happened? Well, nothing. New do. All right, cool. Really? That's it? No other questions? I like how Leland starts acting very different and strange. Like Bob is getting better at controlling him, or that he's getting worse at suppressing Bob inside of him. Either or, whatever the case is, once his hair does turn white like this, even in the expressions, which is one thing that I love so much about Ray Wise, is the way that he puts these expressions on his face and these nuances to his performance in these episodes leading up to the reveal. It's a lot more similar to Bob. Like, you could see that he's playing Bob in certain scenes, or that he's like, he can't, like I said, can't suppress it like he used to be able to. Well, he suppress it that well. I mean, he murdered his fucking daughter. But like in this show so far, what you see of him. Oh, now they're forcing Josie Packard to leave. They're packing up Josie Packard.
Well, I figured out who share.
Who what?
I figured out who Cheryl Lee is on this show. She is in a brown-haired wig.
Oh, on the show here, you mean, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's Maddy, the cousin. That's because David Lynch wanted, before he made Fire Walk with Me, because this was still when the show was on, he still wanted to work with Cheryl Lee because she played Laura and she had like 2 scenes and she's dead already. So he wanted to bring her back and work with her. So he wrote the role of her cousin Maddy, who looks identical to her, to have her come on for like, I don't know, like 5-6 episodes or something like that. Because he just loved her so much, Lynch. He loved working with Cheryl Lee, who has such an underrated scream. Cheryl Lee has such an underrated scream. Her screams are friggin' ear-piercing.
Oh, yeah. I remember her screaming in John Carpenter's Vampires, and the bottom smacking her, and that thing almost pierced my ears. And she screamed in Fire Walk with Me too, a couple of times.
I have to
Yeah.
rewatch Carpenter's Vampires. I haven't seen that film in I don't even know how long. I forget that she's in that until it's brought up. Like that when you brought it up, I wouldn't have remembered that Cheryl Lee was in
She's
that.
the lead. Well, one of them. She's the only female lead in the whole damn
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, I remember it being mostly a male cast. Chocolate milk, the greatest drink ever. The Asylum movies.
Seriously?
Asylum made an entire catalog making those type of movies. Yeah, I know. That's why I never watch Asylum movies. You know that, Professor. But I know you like those. I know Echo loves them. There's a huge audience for those for
Not
Asylum
of them.
films. There's a
Asylum movies are great.
except for some movies that you don't know are Asylum. Like I don't know if it was the same Asylum. Did Asylum do Let Me In? You'd love that movie, Nan. The remake of Let the Right One In, because it came
They
on
didn't
earlier
do
today, and it started off at the beginning of the movie. And it said The Asylum presents, and I said to myself, "This is an Asylum movie."
that.
I said, unless they just distributed it or something. I said, unless it's a different Asylum. But kind of like how with the trauma films, how like I forget Graduation Day is a trauma film, and Mother's Day is a trauma film. There might be some Asylum movies that I've seen that
Yes,
I did enjoy. I just
especially
don't
floating
know them as
James
Asylum
Williams,
movies.
vampires.
I can never hear the name Bob and not think of goddamn Bob from House by the Cemetery. Goddamn Bobby. Yeah, exactly. Me too. Every time I hear the name Bob. And every time I talk about Fulci in any way and stuff, there's always, there's been a reoccurring gag about Bob on the channel for years now. Every time that bastard comes up in some way, that little shithead. Mommy, mommy.
Has James Wood been in a lot of horror movies? Because I don't remember him personally being in any except for vampires. And he's
What are you
pretty
asking?
much an action drama
James
type
Woods
of.
was in. He was in. Oh yeah, for sure. But he was also in. Like horror wise, if you're asking. I mean, he was in Videodrome by
Oh
Cronenberg,
crap! I
which
forgot
is
about that damn movie. Yes, he
yeah.
was.
And Quitters Inc. from Cat's Eye, the Quitters Inc. segment from Cat's Eye,
Yeah,
right? It's the anthology, Stephen
he
King stuff.
was in that too.
When he has to quit smoking or they kill him or something like that. That's James Wood plays the main guy in that. So. What's the battery on this? Let's see. Battery check. 8%. That's not good. We'll keep it going sideways here for a bit. Actually, 1 second. Oh, this is so funny with what's her name? I always forget her name. Piper Laurie's character for some reason. When she's dressed up like the Japanese dude, though. You know this man, don't you? Question you. It wasn't me. Oh yeah, this is when they don't give the drug to the one-armed man. I love how Gordon Cole knows that he's seizing out here, and he says if you give him the drug coop, you'll never see the other side. So he knows something already is being suppressed inside of the one-armed man here with that drug, schizophrenia drug or something. This is such a great scene. There's no need for medicine. is Mike. What are you? I also always really liked how Mike and Bob, there's parallels with the characters of Mike and Bobby, who were best friends in school. That's a cool little parallel. So Bob was the familiar, is the term he uses of Mike. Everybody. Such a good scene. So if Bob always requires a human host, he's been inside of Leland then for almost his entire life, right? Because there's the scene later in the season, or maybe it was earlier. It's so hard with the timeline for this whole property, but there's a scene when Leland says that I know that gum, that's my favorite gum in the whole world. Then there's a scene when he says that when he looks at the sketch, it's earlier, we saw it already, looks at the sketch of Bob, and he says, I know that man. And he says, my family had a lake house back in the day when I was a kid. And he came up to me and said, you want to play with fire, little boy? And he started flicking matches at him. So that must have been when Bob possessed Leland or inhabited him, or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's same thing. That had to have been it. Because if Bob's like a parasite, like Mike says here, he always needs a host. So it's not like he met Bob Leland when he was a kid and he wasn't possessed this whole time, because where's Bob been then? So he's always been inside of Leland since he was a kid and met him up at the lake house. That's what I've always taken from that. James Wood, Cop was great. Oh, I've seen that one, Russell. I always praise him in because I've never been a big James Woods fan either, but I always praise him and his performance in Casino by Scorsese, because I always forget it's Casino, right? Yeah, I always forget it's James Woods though in that movie playing Lester Diamond until I throw it on again. And then I see the film and then I remember and say, oh, that's right, Lester Diamond. And then, oh, that's right, it's James Woods. And that's a testament to the great job he does in that movie. He really got into that character of Lester Diamond. And I think that's probably my favorite role by him. Next to Videodrome. Videodrome would probably be my favorite performance by James Woods. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of his. All right, so I keep saying season instead of episode for some reason. Episode 6 just ended. So last episode here for the night, episode 7. We'll do a countdown in a minute. Where are you at, Nan?
14 minutes till it ends.
Okay. So not too far behind. But let me just go through the chat here. Oh, hey, May. The lovely May has entered the chat on YouTube. I saw something enter on here. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anybody over here in this. Thank you, Gorgai, for sending a rose. I don't know what the hell that means or any of this. So, but thank you all the same. I was saying that earlier. It's the second time because I'm streaming both on the channel and TikTok here. I'm multitasking this whole time. And I've only streamed once on TikTok. What the hell? sense.
If you're
What,
in a
man?
play and they throw roses at you, it means that they liked your performance when you're. So maybe that's what roses means on
Yeah,
TikTok as
well,
well.
maybe that makes sense. I mean, it's the best thing I've heard of. What's up, May? How are you? Everyone's saying, "Hey, I'll be back here in a minute." Let me go give you a heart me on TikTok. Thanks, May. So then, May, when you get back, you can explain to me what the fuck all that means. Hearts and other stuff. Other stuff. I have to have my phone sideways because I'm charging it. And I can't hold it up this way because the charger's on the bottom. So it goes boop and it's gone. So I can't do that. Let's actually try to do it again, though. Hey! Watch, you're going to move, right? Let's do like a balance check. All right, nice, good. All right, 3, 2, 1, go for episode 7. 3, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, a go. Fuck somebody up somewhere. See, like, I don't know what a heart is. There's May on the TikTok. I don't know what any of that means. There's May, and I knew it was going to fall. Stay there. Favorite horror movie, Gore Guy, is The Thing by John Carpenter. It's my favorite film of all time. I think it's the greatest movie ever made. Number 2 is a tie. I cheat a lot with lists because I can't narrow shit down. But 2 is tied with between The Shawshank Redemption and The Last of the Mohegans from '92 by Michael Mann. 3 is Halloween by Carpenter. 4 is After Hours by Martin Scorsese, and 5 is Day of the Dead by Romero. That is my top 5 films. I get their gifts. I know that, May. I just don't know what it does. You get money for those? Oh, that's nice then. I mean, I have no idea what it is. A cocktail. Like, what is a cocktail compared to a Zanmang Loopy? What the fuck does that mean? They're just different things, I guess. It's the best practical effect movie without a doubt. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's something I will die on that hill until the day I die. It's the best practical effects work in film history. There's some movies that are close, and Day of the Dead is one of them for me. Day of the Dead has always been my favorite of the trilogy. I've always preferred it to Night and especially Dawn. I love Dawn, but it's the whole thing. But I like the remake for Dawn better, actually, at this point in my life. I think Dawn of the Dead is too goofy. Like, it's fine. Like, I like it. Again, I love that film. Just to be clear, it's always been my least favorite because of how goofy it is. 2, because of the blood, that fake red, like real crayon red Italian blood, which I can't explain why it bothers me in a Romero movie, because I'm fine with that blood in all the Italian films and giallos from the 70s. So it makes no sense why one bothers me. It just looks weird in a Romero film. Even though Argento was heavily involved, I know all that. It's strange. and then the goofiness, that's another thing. It's not as serious as Night, and especially not as Day. Like Day of the Dead is the darkest movie in the trilogy by far. Those few things are the issues I have with Dawn of the Dead. I love that clock too, by the way. In the sheriff's station. What is your favorite film of all time?
What are my top favorites?
Yeah, Dan, what are yours?
Come
I know
on, I
one.
want to see if you.
I know the Lost Boys, but then like I'll go down like a top 5, like I did.
No, my favorite movie isn't a horror one.
Oh, that's right. Oh, come on, I know it too. I know it. I don't tell me yet. Don't tell me yet. Because, but I know Lost Boys is your favorite horror, right?
Yes, it is. And it's the
Yeah,
second on my list.
yeah. That's why I was thinking that because I was thinking horror film, but I know. All right, what is it? I can't
That is
remember.
not a horror film, Mayan. Children in the Corn is definitely a horror film. And it freaks me the
Children of the
hell
Corn is
out
definitely.
of all
Oh
the
yeah,
movies I like.
you're
Um,
back here, and man, is
that
that kind
creepy ass little children freak me out more than anything else in horror movies. But
Yeah,
I
you know
love
why?
it.
Because you know why creepy kids freak you out more than anything else? Because kids are fucking terrifying little bastards. That's why. And that's coming from
Exactly.
someone with a daughter who I love very, very much more than anything. They're little shitheads. Why do you think I always celebrate kid deaths in horror? I always think it's great. Like win one for the home team. Every time there's a kid that gets killed in a horror movie, yeah, it's like because it has the balls to go there, and that leads back to what Gore was saying a second ago about practical effects when we mentioned the thing. And I was saying there's other movies like Day of the Dead, The Blob, that movie, the remake from '88, has some of the best practical effects work too, in my opinion. And that movie somehow goes, oh yeah, because there's a kid that gets killed in The Blob, and that was one of the first kid deaths.
But the Lost
That I saw
Boys
in a horror
got
film growing
me
up.
into
Well, I mean,
loving
you know
horror
what I mean? Most
movies.
of the time. Yeah, well, that's true.
It got me that
But when I
obsession with
saw that for
wanting
the
to
first
watch horror
time,
movies. It was at the
yeah,
right time. I was 12 years old when I watched that movie, and it took me down the rabbit hole of loving vampires. So, yeah,
yeah.
probably like
Let me see.
Near Dark
Nightmare on
when I
Elm
watched
Street.
it, but it didn't have the impact that Lost Boys did on me. Because I'll
Yeah,
be a
no,
grown up
I mean, I
woman.
know Lost Boys is always been your favorite horror movie. I've always known that. But Gore's favorite here is Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, which I mean, great pick. It's not in my top like films or horror films because I do like 2 the best. And Nightmare on Elm Street 2 Freddy's Revenge is my favorite in the franchise, which I know is a super unpopular opinion, and I have a lot of those. But that is my favorite. And it's not really my franchise beyond 3. Like the original is a masterpiece. 2 is my favorite. I don't think it's a better film than Wes Craven's original, but it's my favorite one. Then Dream Warriors is excellent too. Then right after that, it goes off a cliff for me. I don't like 4 much. I don't like 5 that much. I don't like 6 that much. Freddy's Dead. Wes Craven's New Nightmare is the only other one in the series I think is an excellent movie. I think that's an excellent film. And I'm not a huge Craven fan, and I say this whenever Craven comes up. I love Nightmare on Elm Street, as I said, of course. Who doesn't love that movie? Wes Craven's New Nightmare. And then I really prefer his 70s movies and his exploitation films. Last House on the Left and The Hills Have Eyes, which I know a lot of people love the remake more. It's a great remake. But something about
people on
how over the top they are. And you know, like in the Hills Have Eyes remake with the radiation and how disfigured they are. I don't know. Something about how disfigured they are in the remake I never liked. Like I like how human they are in the original Hills Have Eyes. But like Swamp Thing is a fun one too. That's another good Wes Craven one. Deadly Friend is a lot of fun. I just rewatched that a few months ago and had it on in the background editing like the other day. But besides that, I mean, people on TikTok don't know as much as you guys all know it, but I can't stand Scream. So, well, everything that he did, like after from Scream going forward, I mean, until he died, basically, I don't really care for any of Craven's stuff. Like after that, it's amazingly
Like I
visionary.
said, you don't like people under the stairs.
Yeah, I know. I told you though. Remember, I said that I recently rewatched it and I got a lot more out of it than I ever did. People Under the Stairs is another one by Craven. I never loved it, but it's fun. It's a fun movie.
It's a good movie. It has a great message.
Is it Ving
How
Rhames?
far will you go?
Right? Isn't Ving Rhames
What
in it?
could you break into somebody's house and call the police? How bad could the people be that you would call the police on that you break into their home?
Yeah. It's a fun movie, and I like the kid. I like the main kid. He does a great job. And I was asking you, I was saying it's Ving Rhames, right? Who's in it?
His name is Paul.
No, I know. I'm saying the actor, not the kid, the guy he breaks in with. Is that Ving Rhames?
Yeah, it was.
That was right. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't know if I was confusing him with another actor like in movies at that time, but yeah, it's Ving Rhames. Who's been in so many things. I mean, I love Ving Rhames. He is such a underrated actor. Children of the Corn, May said. Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park.
Okay, since you didn't answer my question, I'm going to tell you the movies. And these aren't really my favorite favorites, but these are my 5 movies that I always go back to, and they're my childhood. Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I watch. That's my first one. Not just because I was 2 years old the first time I watched it, but it's so impactful for me. I always go back to that movie. Obviously, I've already said The Lost Boys.
I knew that one.
The third one. This is my first horror movie, and people are like, how can this be one of your favorites? But I love the movie.
The first one you ever saw.
My favorite Romero film, but it is the first one that got me started, and that was Night of the Living Dead. I was 5.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, that's one of the best ones you can start with, Night of the Living Dead. It actually took me not too long, but it took me several years from when I first saw that movie for it to really land with me 100%. And that's why I used to have it under Dawn, and then that under Day. It was my least favorite of the original trilogy. I used to like Dawn more. Then as I got older and Dawn got a little too goofy for me, and Night, I recognized Night and got a lot more appreciation for that film. It went way up for me. I mean, Night of the Living Dead is in my top 50 movies for sure. But Dawn wouldn't be on that list.
People, but it's my movie. It's the first movie I can remember going to the theaters to, so it's got to be on the list, and that is Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, the original cartoon, Disney movie? Yeah, that's a great one. Beauty and the Beast is a classic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the fourth one?
Yeah,
was the fourth one. And the
fifth one?
The Stand.
Oh, yeah, well, that's right. I could have said that was one of them, because I know The Stand's your favorite King story. That's one that I never...
Yeah, if we had I would have said Children of the Corn. Children of the Corn is my favorite franchise. I don't
Yeah,
care. I stand by.
yeah, I know.
It was
I know you
okay.
like. I know you like them. I know you like the series of Children of the Corn. I told you, remember, like a year ago or so, I messaged you randomly, and I said that I just threw on the second one, and because I never
I'll
really watched
stand
like the
by this.
series,
You
and
need to
it was a
watch
decent
Children of
movie.
the Corn 3. And I'm
Yeah, and you
going to
said that it
hound
was.
you till you do.
All right, I'll watch. I'll watch 3
What
sometime soon.
people that say it's better than the first one?
I remember there was one you specifically said was worth watching, and I thought it was 3. I thought it was either 3 or 6, but I was pretty sure that it was 3.
No.
What's
Everybody
up?
says
I
they
gave him a
hate
dollar.
them.
Oh, you have to go back to the show. Yes, you have. Got to go back to the show for sure. Everybody should watch Twin
A
Peaks
lot of
like
people that have
every year,
seen the
mandated by law.
franchise say that the third one is it's the best one in the franchise. They like it even better than they do the original. The kid that is the
Yeah,
evil little bastard, and he is the scariest of all of them. And that is saying
yeah,
something.
yeah. I gotta see the rest of the series of Children of the Corn because I did like 2 when I watched that one because I couldn't remember if I saw Children of the Corn 2 when I rewatched it last year because I've seen the original many times and I've read the novel. Then I just never watched the sequels, and I watched the second one last year, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would for Children of the Corn 2. So I got to watch 3 now, especially because I know, Nan, that you said that is definitely like the best sequel and worth watching. Professor, number 1 favorite horror movie of all time for him is Halloween 78. Yep, that is my second favorite horror movie. Then Jaws, Friday the 13th Part 4, Gremlins, and Evil Dead 2. I mean, all amazing movies. Jaws is just one that I've never cared for, and I've said this many times. But the rest, I mean, Friday Part 4 is my favorite slasher film of all.
Review on what? Children of the Corn 3?
Yeah, I know. I got to. Maybe that one will get added to the list. Maybe someone's got that as the favorite. You never know. Somebody can have Children of the Corn 3 as their favorite horror film of all time. But Halloween, I mean, of course, is my favorite.
Ricky's saying he'd like to hear your review on it too. I'm telling you, I think you'll like it.
Yeah, no, I got to check it out for sure. I'll let you know what I think. I'll let you know if it lives up to the hype that you're building for it. I'll let you know for sure.
I'm telling you, I'm not the only one that thinks it.
My phone should have enough battery left to the end of this episode to end this. That way it stops falling over. Sorry, guys. Love you.
I don't know if you would like it or not, but
J horror.
I'll
No,
tell
I
you
haven't seen that.
something. The first one, the evil little bastard in it. If you ever seen Picket
Okay,
Fences,
yeah. Picket fences?
yes, the TV show.
No, no. I know what you mean though. I know the show. I just never saw it.
You play the little boy that's Tom Skerritt's son, the red-headed, freckled-haired kid. He
Mhm.
is the evil little bastard in the fifth one.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. They're all little evil bastards. May said earlier. What was I'm guessing this? That was about a kid, right? About kids. Sometimes you want to throw them out the window. Yeah, that was definitely when I was talking about kids. I love my daughter. I talked to Scarlett earlier. She called me said happy.
Nobody comes in.
Will burn to hell, May said. That's funny. The OG singer of
I
Guar was born in Ottawa,
know.
Ontario.
Picket Fences is not a horror show. It was a wholesome show. Um,
Oh, I love
And if you would have
Norma
seen that
Jennings.
show, you would have been
Norma Jennings is
surprised
a great
that
character.
the little boy could play that evil little kid.
Yeah, I got to see how evil this kid is now. Professor said, then Dawn of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead. That's another one. I never liked Return of the Living Dead.
I do.
And I know you do. Everybody does. I mean, everybody loves Return of the Living Dead. I'm like one of the few people that I just it never clicked for me. And I only watched it once or twice, maybe twice probably. And I saw the sequel, Return of the Living Dead 2, and I did not care for that one. I remember that. And I haven't seen that since. But I haven't seen Return of the Living Dead in probably 15 years. Probably like longer, maybe even. I was like a teenager.
Check out the next Children of the Corn. Since you said you liked the second one, because the sixth one has the same guy that plays Isaac, and he returns to it. So,
does it?
Everybody says it's the worst movie in the series of the Children of the Corn movie, but I don't really think so.
How many
it's
are
not
there? Children of the Corn films. 9?
Okay. Do you want to know from the original series how many there are, or do you want to know all of them?
I know there's the remake and stuff that you don't have to count, just like the original series, the first film and the sequels.
There was the first film, then there was a remake. It was made for television. It's more like the book.
It was the TV one, yeah.
And then there was one, and they made that in 2009. And then they remade that one that everybody knows about that was for Shudder in 2020. But they didn't release it. They released it in 2020. It didn't do well. They revamped it, and then they released it in 2023 with more stuff to it.
Yeah, I didn't mind that one, actually. The Children of the Corn remake from a few years ago.
Most people hated it. Yeah. But there is a sequel to the remake.
Okay.
To the remake. But from the original series, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is called I can't remember. But the 8th one is called Genesis. That's all of them.
So 8 in the original, in that timeline, the original timeline. Okay, so there's 8 of them. Because I knew at least 6 Children of the Corn movies, because it's just a franchise I never got into past the first one and the remake. That just came out a few years ago, but it was last year, right? Wasn't it then? It came out last year or the year before that. Whatever.
Like I said, they made that movie in 2020.
That's right. Yeah, and they had to mess around and change it, right?
Let it out to the public. They let a few people watch it, and I know this for a fact because they sent me an email saying, "We know how much you love Children of the Corn. Do you want a screening of the movie? Do you want to watch it?" And I'm like, "Hell yes!" And I was one of the people that told them that they needed to redo it and make it where the girl, because she was the bad guy in it, wasn't whiny and needing everybody. Because the reason that the other movies did so well is because they didn't need help from others. They standed on their own. And they listened to what the hell I said. And then they redid it and they put it out 2023. But I'm a big, and I really enjoyed the way that they went with it. And I gave them a lot of things, and they listened to everything I had to say, and they took it into account, and they made it.
Yeah. But no, I'll check out 3 because you keep saying it's a great one. Any Children of the Corn fans watching over here? Let us know your favorite one. Yeah, I just said that. I unplugged my mic and stuff to use my laptop mic because I just realized better because then it gets picked up on the phone for the TikTok stream to hear you.
like too. So it's not just a headphone. So I should have thought of that like an hour and a half ago. But at least now we know for like future times if I ever do this again, like both at the same time.
That does not count as the Children in the Corn movie. There's no children in that movie. I
Yeah,
watched that movie.
it's a good weird children kid movie that I think it was the beginning of last year it came out. There's something wrong with the children. That was a good one. I like that. Yeah, like I don't want to spoil anything, but like kids go, like these two families, these two couples who have kids go to this cabin in the woods, basically not like Evil Dead type cabin in the woods, but they go to a cabin and they hang out and stuff. And then two of the kids end up finding this like seemingly bottomless hole, and that's all I can really say. Spoiling anything. Check it out if you like creepy kid movies. There's something wrong with the children. Came out I think early last year. Not like fantastic, but it's a good one. What movie today? Which one? Children of the Corn 3.
I think the reason Mayanne is bringing up Children of the Corn with me is because she sees that I'm doing a live stream talking about all their movies. I actually put up a poster of the movie and the book, and I'm going to talk about all of it. Fun fact, it ain't a book. It's a short story, and it originally was featured in a Penthouse article at the beginning of the Penthouse book, and then then he put it into his short story collection of Night Shift.
Yeah, that's right. It's a nice show. Hey, Lenita, how are you supposed to watch along if I'm not
Published it. It was in Penthouse.
tell you where it's streaming. Like for movies, mostly is what I do anyway. This is kind of more complicated because it's a TV series, but it is on what is it on again? Paramount Plus now. Paramount Plus and Pluto, and it's also on lookmovie.com. We just started at the same time, and that's how we watch it. Because you can't show the screen, unfortunately, because of copyright issues. Unless it's like a public domain movie from like pre-60s. They used to let people have what? I know. It's sad. I was just saying that a little bit ago. That they should do for YouTube. They should have people, YouTube and all the social media platforms should have a service. TikTok it wouldn't really work on because they can't rent movies from TikTok. But for YouTube, streaming and stuff, if people want to watch along, if they rent the movie from YouTube, then they should be able to watch it and have it on and have people watch it, like in a watch along setting. I think that's a good idea, and I think YouTube would make a killing from that, and so would the companies who own the copyrights, all the studios and stuff, get a cut of whatever it is. But I don't work at YouTube, so I can't get that message and pitch across. But I think that's a good idea. And
hello, the budgie. What do you want?
every little positive.
Sad. What is wrong?
Annoying. I've only been on TikTok for like 6 months or so, and luckily it's been growing pretty fast. More than engagement, the views, the likes, comments, all that is reposts, all that is so much more. You get so much more engagement than on YouTube. But YouTube's doing a lot of shit, like with AI, all those AI channels, man. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody watching knows what I'm talking about. All those AI channels on YouTube that get flooded with that are just some type of political thing or some type of celebrity gossip. and it's just AI generated completely. It uses the same pictures and video clips on loop for like 30, 40 minutes, and it's AI voice, and it's just there for ad revenue for YouTube to make. Well, I shouldn't be saying all this. They're partners of mine.
To help you.
But I just also gave them a great pitch to make some money with the watch along. So now we even criticize a bit. But yeah, it's getting more difficult for creators on YouTube, or in general on social media. But I would say on certain platforms, I won't name which ones, but certain platforms. Especially AI is playing a big part of that. People are getting their accounts flagged and deleted all the time because it's AI doing the monitoring, not human beings. And AI it ends up flagging videos and flagging accounts and all kinds of stuff. I've had friends get demonetized. I've had friends lose accounts, like all because of AI.
Sweet grumpy.
Stuff that's not good. It's terrible. Let's see, where are we? We're almost 17 minutes up. Oh, is this when Maddy gets killed?
Yeah. You want everybody to see you.
Oh, is that Jack again? Yeah.
Everybody touch your pillow. Jack is still in the chat. You want some attention.
To plug this back in.
Why do you want all the attention?
I love the fucking sound design in this scene. Like when Sarah Palmer's crawling on the floor, and the sound of the fan, and the record skipping. It's like, and it repeats like that. With Maddy, I love that. And that was a pretty good job. That's how it sounds. Such great sound.
All the attention.
Oh, the log lady's there.
You got attention.
Margaret Lenton.
Now, come on.
Time to turn into a pumpkin. Thank you. Have a great night, Linnea. Always good seeing you. Let's see. Need you to review best wishes. Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. I gotta check that out. Weapons is kind of children. Yeah, I can see parallels between them. Weapons is top tier. Did you see my review on it, May? Check it out if you haven't. I liked it, but I have issues with it. I think it's way overhyped.
Hi, Jack.
Just like Bringer was. That just like I never cared for that movie. It's Castle Freak in an urban ghetto setting.
My aunt to never say hi, Jack, on a plane.
Barbarian, I just never cared for. And then Walk to Me, I really liked, but it was super overhyped and did not live up to it. And the same with Bring Her Back. I like that less than Talk to Me, but I thought it was a good movie, a great movie, actually. But again, one that was severely overhyped that I wouldn't watch Bring Her Back again for years. It's not one of the movies I watch and say, "Oh God." Like The Substance, when that came out last year, that movie is a masterpiece and blew me away. And then I watched it like 3 times, like within that month after it came out, or after I saw it first, which was like a month after it came out. That's when you know a movie, or I know a movie, stick with me 100%. I see a movie into, I liked it. It's good, and then like it's out of my mind completely. A day or two, a week later, that's it. Like, that's basically how I look at it. But I thought Weapons was a near excellent movie. Just some issues, and I just feel like it did not live up to its hype, even though it is much better than, like, in every way imaginable, Barbarian. It is so much better in every way. Oh, there we have the white horse. This when Sarah sees the white horse in the living room.
Let me guess. You are ready to go to sleep. Is that what's wrong with you? I don't understand. Why don't you just go to sleep? You don't need me to sleep with you.
So good. The regular skip it. It's that. So cool. And that shot of Leland when Sarah's passed out on the floor because she got drugged by him, and then he's like fixing his tie and his suit in the mirror, and you can see Bob's reflection. Love all of that.
I don't know where I'm at in this TV
I'm starting
show.
to feel like the muscle in my back, my lower back. The drinks from earlier from dinner are wearing off. But I was like, oh, I like this Julie Cruz song.
Fan of 26 and Washington, I watched it.
A record clicking.
That's a possibility. That
What?
movie just is this TV show. Professor say in the whole thing, do you think that Rob Zombie is a fan of Twin Peaks and that's why he had a white horse?
I thought of that actually, Professor. Like I've had that thought before. Professor asked if Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, it has the white horse stuff in there that's stupid as hell that no one really cares for, and even I love that movie, and that's a very unpopular opinion, but even I don't think that's good, all any of that stuff. But if Rob Zombie was a fan of Twin Peaks, and that's why he threw it in there, that's a good question, and I have thought that because I mean, but
I like Rob Zombie's movie.
What did you say, Nan?
It's an even bigger. I said I'm a big fan of Rob Zombie's films. That's an even bigger hot take because everyone has at least one movie that they gets on him, but I like all of them.
Yeah, I know you like all of them. I don't like 31. I hate that movie. I don't hate it, but I not good. I just did a watch of that a few months ago.
It's bizarre. It's so I can understand why you don't like it.
What?
I said it's trippy. It's out there. It's bizarre and
It's lazy.
weird. Yeah.
And the character. It's because I don't like the over the top redneck, foul mouthed, like sexualized redneck dialogue that every character seems to be in Rob Zombie movie ever since the beginning. But it makes sense with House and the Firefly family because like we love the Fireflies and it works for that those movies. And then Lords of Salem, you don't have that as much, and I like that movie a lot too. I grew on me a lot.
What's your favorite Rob Zombie film?
What?
That's my favorite Rob Zombie film.
Yeah, Lords of Salem is, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I thought was your favorite. Yeah, it grew on me a lot over the years, especially since Zodiac, like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, told me to do a video on it, and I rewatched it and did a deep dive on it, and that was the first time I watched it in a long while. And I always thought it was a very ambitious movie, but I didn't think it was.
I paid attention to that.
Yeah, it's different.
That there was in 31.
Oh yeah. There should be they should make a sequel to that. He should do a sequel to that.
Do you mean to Lord Salem?
No, I was talking about Lord of Salem, but Dolores Claiborne actually had forever, and
I wish they would.
that has Kathy Bates
I
too.
definitely.
Oh, this is great. This is when the giant shows up on the stage. It is happening again. You have it. You'll hear him again.
I got a question for you. Since you like this show, there's a soap opera that I was really obsessed with when I was a teenager. And it kind of got this weird, kooky vibe like this one. Ever seen Passion?
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Passion. Wait, I don't know if I've seen that. It sounds familiar. I don't think I've seen it actually. Why? It's like similar to you think it's similar to this to Twin Peaks? Yeah. When like the weirdness
Yeah, the weirdness.
I mean, like since you never really saw the show, you like what you're watching now is like some of the weirder shit, like in the first 2 seasons. So like it doesn't start off as crazy and weird. Like the first.
Passion doesn't start off as strong, but the longer it goes on, it started being more kooky and out there.
Yeah.
And by the fourth season, it was really out there and kooky and a lot of witchcraft and hermeticism into the storyline of the thing, and a lot of stuff dealing with necromancy and different things like that were put into the show by that point. But
this whole scene is amazing.
It's kind of like soap opera meets Carrie meets what was it? Why can't I think of that name? Okay, it's kind of a thrill type movie, but I consider it a horror movie, and it starred Christopher Walken in the first 3 movies. It starts with a P.
Prophecy?
Yeah, The Prophecy. It's kind of like Carrie meets The Prophecy meets soap operas. And that's kind of what you get with Passions.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Russell said, "Right back on the balcony." Sounds good, man. Y'all know where? Oh shit! Where I can see Millennium TV show with Lance Henriksen. Wanting to revisit that for a while. I don't know. I never saw that actually, but I'm sure Look Movie might have it. That site really does have everything, like TV and movies, especially like movies. But they have like every TV show I ever looked for on there. Chances are, if you're going to find it anywhere, it's on there.
Man, does he look like a robot?
Who, Leland, I guess you're talking about?
I'm not sure. Curly hair guy with glasses, and they're sticking him into the jail.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, not the same guy. Interesting though, when this whole scene when Maddie's being killed, Laura's cousin, when she comes down and Sarah Palmer is on the ground and she's like drugged up and she's unconscious, and then Leland's putting the gloves on, you see the reflection of the pop. She comes down and she says, "Uncle Leland, it smells like something's burning down here." That's very important because that refers to the forced engine oil smell, which they get in a jar from the log lady later in the season, right? And you put that like in the circle at the sycamore trees in the woods to open the portal to the red room. So, and we hear that too when who was it? Said that they smelled engine oil in the hospital. Jacoby, maybe, when Leland came in to kill Renault. You hear that a lot and see that throughout the show. Engine oil and the smell of burning oil related to the lodge and Bob. I love the giant fireman, but he interrupted a great Julie Cruz concert. Really letting Cooper know about this murder taking place. All right, so this old dude, we'll end with this. The episode's about to end, and I'm fucking tired after a whole day. The old man, I think I brought this up whenever the stream was when we started season 2. The old man, and he comes up to Cooper here that has the instinct from the judge telling what's happening again, that Leland or Bob has killed again. Yeah, Bob killed again. This guy comes over, the old guy from the Great Northern, says, I'm so sorry. And then he says it again, I'm so sorry. Who the hell is that old man? Is it just another incarnation of the giant, the fireman? That's what we were speculating last time, and the conclusions that we came to. It seems like the same guy, an entity, just in a different form. See the old man in the lodge at one point, and he's there, and then disappears, and the fireman, the giant, is there instead. I'm pretty sure it's one and the same. They gotta be.
Okay, see where the whole horse is coming in at because I just seen the horse and that woman is pissed off.
Yeah, it's a crazy sequence. The rest of the episode, and it ends with the song. I really can't wait to get to the return. But that's going to be much more interesting. Like when we get to the return and start doing those watches, it's going to be all mostly the show, like no real side tracks and stuff like that, because it's just season 2 is just so. I mean, and it hasn't even gotten to that point where it gets frustrating, because we have one more episode, not tonight, but the next one that we do 2 weeks ago, we'll have episode 8, 9, and 10. Which episode 8, I'm pretty sure this next episode is when they bring Leland in, right? Pretty sure it's the next episode. And then that's when they reveal who the killer is and everything like that. So we'll have episode 8, 9, and 10 probably in 2 weeks on Saturday, every other week. I'm going to keep trying to do this. But once we get to the return, it's going to be a shit ton of stuff to dissect and all that. But this was a fun experiment. Thank you for and
But I'm not done with it.
I know,
Can't we keep talking until I get finished with it? Show you my dissection of this.
Finish it and let me know what you thought. I'm good with that. But thank you for joining though, God. Because you could have just said that in the chat too, or send me the link and hop on. But Professor May, Russell, I mean, I don't want to leave anyone out. Paula, everybody in the chat on YouTube, everybody who hung out here on TikTok. This was fun dual streaming like this, but I don't know how often I will dual stream like this because it's a lot of fucking multitasking for sure. So, again, thank you everyone for the birthday. and a great night hanging out with you guys after hanging out with the family earlier. So everybody have a great night. And I don't know what's coming next. Poltergeist 3 video will happen. So that's what's going to happen next. And I'll message you in a minute. But all right, guys, everyone take care.